Why your map of reality is tearing at the seam shave. You ever had the quiet suspicion that you've been handed a counterfeit life? Not just a life with challenges, but something fundamentally hollowed out. A script for a play you never auditioned for, where the most crucial lines, the ones that explain the plot, your character's motivation, the very point of the final act, have been ripped out. You feel it, don't you? That sense of being handed a cooled carcass of existence, where the vital organs of meaning, of purpose, of how to navigate the beautiful and terrifying wilderness of your own mind have been surgically removed. We are taught the mechanics of the world, but not the music. We learn how to build a career, but not how to build a self. We are given tools to manage our finances, but not the existential dread that can wake us up at 3 in the morning. We are told to be happy, but never given an honest manual for what to do with the profound, disquieting absurdity of it all. This isn't a personal failure, it's a collective silence, a conspiracy of omission that has left so many of us completely and utterly alone with the biggest questions we will ever face. For centuries, maybe even millennia, humanity built colossal towers of meaning. These were magnificent structures, forged from the bedrock of religion, of collective myth, of shared cultural truths. They stretched so high into the sky that they gave everyone a destination to look up to. A framework that organized the chaos of life into a coherent narrative. From birth to death, every floor of the tower had a purpose. It told you who you were, why you were here, and where you were going. The architecture was immense, magnificent, and for a long time, it held. But now, look around. Can you feel the ground shake? For more and more of us, those ancient towers are crumbling. Their foundations have cracked. Their grand narratives have begun to echo with a hollow ring. We are now standing in the debris, showered in the dust of fallen ideologies, clutching the rubble of what once gave our ancestors unshakable certainty. And in this strange new silence, a terrifying and liberating realization dawns upon us. We have to be our own architects now. Each one of us individually is tasked with constructing our own home of meaning. But from what? How do you build a sanctuary out of ruins? This is not a task for the faint of heart. It is the raw, untethered work of living in the 21st century. This feeling of being lost in the wreckage, of needing a new set of blueprints. This is the very reason this channel, this entire project, came into existence. Before Pursuit of Wonder was a voice you heard through your speakers, it began as words on paper. It was a book born from that exact sense of cosmic disorientation. I wanted to create a toolbox, a conversation starter, something that would dive headfirst into the topics that are so often sanitized or ignored entirely. I wanted to put the soul back into the carcass of life and talk about it in a way that was enjoyable, raw, and accessible. But when I took this idea to publishers and literary agents, I was met with a consistent and dispiriting response. I was told, again and again, that without being a famous author or a known public figure, a book about philosophy and meaning was a commercial dead end. A tough sell. I found myself at a crossroads. The traditional gateways to the world were closed. Did that mean the blueprints were worthless? Did that make the conversation unimportant? I refused to believe so. So, if the gatekeepers wouldn't unlock the gates, I decided I would build my own world outside their walls. I took the original manuscript, chapter by chapter, essay by essay, and began to translate its spirit into a different medium. I started crafting videos. I started this YouTube channel, and what began as a workaround, a desperate act of self-distribution, has grown into something that humbles me to my core, something that has evolved beyond my wildest, most audacious dreams. This space has become a gathering point for fellow architects, for all of you who are also sifting through the debris, looking for materials to build with. In a moment that feels like a perfect, beautiful circle under the vast umbrella that Pursuit of Wonder has become, I've returned to that original format. I have a brand new book releasing today. It is, in essence, the ultimate realization of that first manuscript that was turned away. It is the vision made complete. The book is titled The Art of Living a Meaningless Existence. Ideas from philosophy that change the way you think. As soon as we become self-aware, As soon as our minds are capable of turning the lens of inquiry both outward onto the cosmos and inward onto ourselves, we are fated to collide with a series of monumental questions. How does this universe actually work? Why does it operate with these specific laws and not others? What does it even mean to be mine? This fleeting collection of atoms and consciousness staring back from the mirror. And maybe the heaviest question of all. How do I keep my sanity when I realize these questions may be fundamentally unanswerable? This new book is my humble attempt to provide a lantern for that journey. It is a carefully curated collection of writings, a grand tour through the minds of history's bravest thinkers and writers. These are the individuals who looked directly into the abyss of existence, into the startling underbelly of it all, without flinching. They stripped away the tiptoeing and the masquerading you so often find in pop culture and the self-help industry. And they dared to confront the raw, unfiltered truth of our condition. Over the years, the conversations I have had with these giants, separated by oceans of time and space, with minds I have never met but have come to know intimately through their work, have fundamentally changed the operating system of my mind. They've been essential, not just helpful, but absolutely vital to the quality of my life. This book is a gathering of those conversations, designed to share them with you. We pull from the hard-won wisdom of Stoicism, which teaches us how to forge an unbreakable inner citadel against the chaos of fortune. We dive deep into the bracing waters of Existentialism and Nihilism, confronting the radical freedom and terrifying responsibility that comes with a universe devoid of inherent purpose. We explore the razor's edge of absurdism, learning how to find rebellion, freedom, and passion, not in spite of life's meaninglessness, but because of it. And we find profound, practical peace in the ancient currents of Eastern thought, from Buddhism and the art of letting go, to Taoism and the effortless grace of embracing the natural flow of reality. This is not just a simple collection of old essays from the channel. Every single piece has been fully updated, revised, and refined for the printed page, to create a more powerful and cohesive reading experience. More importantly, I have also added entirely new, additional essays, containing deeper, more personal insights into why these philosophical schools are so critical right now, and how I've woven their lessons into the fabric of my own life. If any of this resonates with you, if you feel that call to re-examine the blueprints of your life, the book is available right now through the links in the description below, in both paperback and e-book formats. Pursuit of Wonder first began as a deeply personal need, a selfish longing to relentlessly chase my own curiosity toward awe and truth. That transformed into a sense of responsibility, an obligation to you to create the most interesting, beautiful, and useful content I possibly could from everything I was discovering. And now, today, it has become one of the greatest sources of meaning in my own life. My sincere hope is that in this new work, or in any of my work more broadly, you find a tool, or a comforting voice, that assists you in your own magnificent process of discovery. If you do choose to grab a copy of the book, I want to thank you, sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, in advance. But regardless of whether you do, thank you your viewership, your subscribership, your sharing of the content with others, every message, every comment, every moment of your incredibly precious time and thought that you choose to spend here. All of it, I truly, deeply appreciate it all. Looking toward the future, my goal is to continue creating and building on this channel, while also beginning to create more frequently in other forms, longer forms of work, like more books, digital toolkits, and whatever else the world and this unfolding journey has in store. Your support, from watching these videos to purchasing my work, directly contributes to the realization of these goals and the continued evolution of Pursuit of Wonder. You are not just an audience, you are the fuel for this entire endeavor. So again, and as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.